Hello, my little eyelashes, and welcome to Third Eye Tarot. Today, we're diving into a three-card love reading, and I have to say, the energy coming through is pretty intense. Whether you're single, taken, or it's complicated, these cards have some real tea to spill about your romantic situation. So let's see what the universe wants you to know about love right now. The Magician, and I'm immediately seeing this as someone who's finally ready to stop talking about what they want and actually make it happen. Look at this figure with one hand pointing up to the heavens and the other down to the earth. That's the classic as above, so below pose. But what it really means is you've got all the tools you need right there in front of you. I'm getting a really strong message for a group of you who've been sitting on an idea, maybe for months, maybe even years. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You've researched it to death, you've made the pros and cons list, you've talked about it with your friends until they're probably sick of hearing about it. The Magician is saying the preparation phase is over. What I love about this card in a love reading is that it's not about finding someone to complete you. It's about becoming so magnetic in your own power that love finds you. Or if you're already in a relationship, it's about stepping into your role as a co-creator of something beautiful together, instead of just hoping things will get better on their own. See all those symbols on the table? The cup, the wand, the sword, the pentacle. Those represent every aspect of yourself. Your emotions, your creativity, your mind, your practical side. The Magician knows how to use all of these in harmony. So if you've been thinking you're not ready for love because you need to fix this about yourself or change that, this card is saying you're already whole. I keep seeing the color red with this card. If red has been showing up in your life lately, pay attention. Could be anything from a red card that keeps appearing to someone mentioning roses to literally wearing more red. The universe has a sense of humor about these synchronicities. There's something here about timing too. The Magician doesn't wait for perfect conditions. They work with what's available right now. So if you've been telling yourself you'll put yourself out there when you lose 10 pounds, or get the promotion, or move to a new city, this card is gently calling that out as a delay tactic. You know when you're sitting in your favorite coffee shop and someone gorgeous walks by, makes eye contact, maybe even smiles, but you're so lost in your phone that you completely miss it? That's the Four of Cups energy I'm picking up here. This figure is sitting under a tree, arms crossed, staring at three cups in front of them like they're the most boring things in the world. Meanwhile, there's a fourth cup being offered from thin air, literally a hand reaching out of a cloud, and they can't even be bothered to look up. Plus, it's like the universe is trying to hand deliver an opportunity, and they're too busy being disappointed to notice. I'm seeing this for anyone who's been feeling like all the good ones are taken, or like dating apps are a wasteland, or like you keep meeting the same type of person over and over. The Four of Cups is saying you might be filtering out possibilities before they even have a chance to register. That person who doesn't fit your usual type, the one who's been quietly consistent in your life, the opportunity that doesn't look exactly like what you pictured, that might be your fourth cup. But here's what's interesting about this card following the Magician. Yesterday, we had someone ready to take action, and today we've got someone who's, well, frankly, a little spoiled by their own options. Sometimes, when you step into that magician energy, when you become magnetic and start drawing people toward you, you can get picky to the point of paralysis. There's a message here about gratitude that might sting a little. Those three cups sitting in front of this person aren't trash. They represent real connections, real possibilities. But when you're sitting there with your arms crossed, judging everything against some impossible standard, even good things start to look mediocre. I keep getting the number 3 with this card. If you've been talking to 3 different people, or if someone's been trying to reach out for 3 weeks, or if you've dismissed 3 recent opportunities, this might be your sign to reconsider. The Four of Cups isn't telling you to settle, it's telling you to wake up. Well. The Fool as our final card, and after that Four of Cups energy, this feels like the universe just grabbed someone by the shoulders and said, enough. This is the card of new beginnings, yes, but look at what's actually happening in the image. This person is about to step off a cliff, and they're doing it with a smile on their face. They've got a little bag over their shoulder. Everything they own fits in there, and a white rose in their hand. That rose is innocence, hope, the belief that everything's going to work out somehow. Here's what's hitting me hard about this combination. We went from the magician, who had all the tools and knew exactly what to do, to the Four of Cups, who was too jaded to see what was right in front of them, to the Fool, who's willing to risk everything and nothing but faith. That's quite a journey. I'm getting a message for someone who's about to do something that makes absolutely no sense on paper. Maybe you are thinking about messaging that person you haven't talked to in months. Maybe you're considering moving to a new city for love, or taking a chance on someone who's completely different from your usual type. Your friends think you've lost your mind, and honestly, maybe you have. The Fool says that that's exactly what you needed to lose. See that little dog at the Fool's feet? That's your intuition, your instinct trying to warn you about the cliff. But here's the thing. The Fool isn't ignoring the dog. They're acknowledging the risk and choosing to trust something bigger. This isn't about being reckless. It's about being brave enough to believe in possibilities your logical mind can't prove. What I love about the Fool ending this reading is that it's saying your love story isn't going to unfold the way you planned it. All that magician energy, all those tools and strategies and careful manifestation work, throw it out the window. Sometimes love requires you to be beautifully, foolishly human. That Four of Cups pickiness, that careful evaluation of every option, the Fool laughs at that. Not because discernment isn't important, but because a real connection often happens in the spaces between what makes sense. It happens when you say yes before your brain has time to make a list of all the reasons you should say no. I keep seeing yellow with this card, the color of that bright sun in the corner. If yellow has been appearing in your world lately, trust that synchronicity. Could be sunflowers, could be someone's yellow car. Could be as simple as finding yourself drawn to wearing yellow. Pay attention. The Fool is card 0 in the tarot deck, not because it's empty, but because it contains all possibilities. This is your reminder that your love story is still being written, and the most beautiful chapters often begin with the words, I have no idea what I'm doing, but here goes nothing. The beautiful thing about this reading is that it's showing you love isn't a problem to be solved. It's an adventure to be lived. You have all the tools, you know what you want, but sometimes the most magical connections happen when you let go of the plan and trust the journey. Thank you for letting me read for you today, and if this resonated, let me know in the comments below. Take that leap of faith when it calls to you, little eyelashes, and trust that the universe has your back.